Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Many of you have probably watched my paycheck breakdown that I recently did, and that was for my husband's commission check. So now we are going to stuff some cash envelopes, and we have 3 binders that we're working in. Oh, I want to mention, I opened right to it, that the September budget kits are up, and you have the choice of 2 different covers. So I have the apples in a basket, or I have the wreath. So the inside of the workbooks is exactly the same, but the cover is a little bit different. Now, if this is too much color ink for you, feel free to print these out in grayscale. So that'll save you a ton of ink, or if you don't have a color printer, it's totally fine. I mean, you probably do need to print it out front and back because the pages are set up that way. So it's set up so you open it up and see the whole month on 2 pages. But I mean, it is up to you. You know, whatever you print, you can save the file and you can do what works best for you. But we are still working in August. So I'm going to turn back to that paycheck breakdown, and that's right here. And we're gonna stuff everything except the $100, $1 through $100 savings challenge, and the $2 bill collection. So we're gonna concentrate on everything else in this video. So I have my cash here and my calculator, and I need a couple of highlighters. So I'm going to use, let's see, I think this one, maybe this one, this one. I think that'll be enough. All right, so first what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with our variable expenses, but we're gonna count the money. So we need $16.25 for what we're stuffing today. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to use this color here, and I'm gonna highlight the savings challenge and the $2 bill collection because that's not part of this. So I'm gonna highlight it in a different color, and we'll come back to that. So we're doing everything else. So the asterisk in front of the item is what we're spending cash on this week. And that's just a really good, you know, way to make it stand out to you when you're going back and you're trying to work your budget after you've already organized it all and done the breakdown. Then you need to go back and you need to figure out how much cash you actually need. So for these items with the asterisks that are not highlighted in purple, it should be a total of $16.25. So we're gonna count that together. So we have, my hands, like your hands ever get like really soft and then like, not soft, but like slippery, and then I don't count cash fast anyway, but I'm gonna do my best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 50, 10. So we have 1,000. 51, 52, 53, 54, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So that is $16.25. So we do have a little organizer. I bought this so many years ago. And again, everything's from Amazon, and I do have a storefront linked below in the description. So if you're looking for any items to help you budget, or if you just want to check out some of the other things that I like or recommend, that's down there. But I bought this several years ago, and it wasn't very expensive. And I'm so glad that I held on to it because who knew I'd be back doing these same types of videos on YouTube. So I started my YouTube channel probably in late 2018, I want to say. I know it was at least 2019. And if it was 2019, it was the very start. But I want to say it was 2018. And I was doing videos the same way I'm doing them now, except the difference instead of having these printouts and designing these in Canva, I didn't know how to use Canva back then. I literally was just writing everything out in a spiral notebook. And I would take a ruler and I would draw the same grid that you see here, almost identical. And that's how I've been doing it ever since. And then when I decided to make printables and sell them on Etsy, which I did a couple years ago, and it wasn't so saturated back then. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. And not like it is now anyways. I guess that's the better way to say it. But when I was doing them then and I created them, you know, electronically, I still was printing them out the same way. So it's just worked for me. So the first thing we're going to do is groceries. We're going to do the usual 175. So I'm going to take 100, a 50, a 20, and a 5. And then that is going to be groceries. Now this is going to cover groceries, dog food, and gas. It's going to cover August 18th through the 24th. So that's something that I write here, so I know the time frame for that. And gas, actually, I'm just going to be using debit card because I don't really like going in to pay for it and then coming back at the pump. I just don't like that. But sometimes I do it, even though I don't like it. So dog food, $30. And I think it's called Pet Care in here. I should know by now. I've been using these envelopes for a while, which are so adorable. In fact, check out Penny Palette Studio. She has a channel here on YouTube. I understand she just did her first video. And she also has an Instagram, so if you are interested in her products, she makes really great cash envelopes and more. Stella Injection. So we purchased that at the vet. They order it for us. So that's 100. And that's also going to go in Pet Care. So I have the 100 in there, and now I have the 30, but I know what it is. Prescription for me. So 50, 60, 5. Sorry about that. And I think the one in here is called Medical. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to put that right there. Oh, I'm way too close. Oh, danger. I'm sorry. I know people get really upset about that, and I don't blame anybody who does. It's like, how are we supposed to watch you, right? So I'm sorry about that. All right, so for the first birthday gift, in fact, I'm going to do that. That's going to be in a different envelope. Birthday gifts, birthday dinner, dining out. Dining out, I'm going to stay in here. So I'm going to do 50, 60, 70, 5. So I'm going to put that right in the little dining out envelope. And then miscellaneous, 50. And that's all the way back here. So my work recently put into place an official request form and situation. So that's all from my cash spending. This is my Moterm wallet. I can put this right in my purse. I use it weekly now, and this is what I use for my variable cash spending. So I'm going to get into a different envelope for sinking funds and more. So that's where we're going to put the birthday gifts, the birthday dinner, and that's where we're going to put the window money, and then we're going to switch up to our holiday binder. But anyways, so word of mouth had it that our work came out with a policy to allow people to work from home officially. So until then, and we have several departments, we have several areas, offices, whatever you want to call it, divisions, and where was I? Prescription, birthday gifts. So I have an envelope in here called occasions. These are also by Penny Palette Studio. So anyways, I'm going to take 50, 60, 70, 5 for the first gift. Then I'm going to take 50. I should just say 150, but I'm doing it in like increments, 60, 70, 5, and then 50. So that's all the birthday gift money. So let me organize it. Hold on. My brain isn't catching up with both these things at once. So now I have 50, 150, 170, 190, 195, 200, and that is for the birthday gifts, but I also need birthday dinner, and we're taking my nephew and his girlfriend out, so it'll be me, my husband, my mom, my nephew, and his girlfriend. And we're not going to go anywhere super expensive, so 150 is plenty for the 5 of us. All right, so that's all the money I'm going to put into occasions. So anyways, people have been making side deals about working from home for like literally ever, since we got back from COVID. And miscellaneous I put in. So I'm going to highlight these. So I'm going to set this aside for 1 second, and I'm going to highlight everything that I stuffed. So there was a lot of people who either didn't come back, or they came back into more of a hybrid schedule, which I think is fine. And my job can be 110% done electronically, but in my division, that was not permissible. However, across company-wide, you have people who are told yes, and then you have other people, like where I work, that are told no. And I don't think that that's fair. So our human resources came out with a policy, and it was pretty much, here's how you can apply to do this, but your supervisor and on up, so we have like layers of management, they all have to sign off on it. So I'm like, okay. And then today I heard that our big boss is saying that he does not believe in this, and no one from our particular area, division, whatever you want to call it, and there's a lot of people, is going to be able to do that. So I was gutted, devastated, because that would make my life so much easier if I just had a hybrid schedule. And if it's totally possible, I just don't get that antiquated way of thinking. I know that some FaceTime is necessary in a lot of cases, maybe most cases, but I don't think that it's a very forward way of thinking. And so I don't know what's going to happen. I was going to apply and fill out the paperwork, and then one of my coworkers is like, don't do it yet. Just don't do it. Wait, just give it some time. But so far, 2 other people have been approved, so I don't know. So for Windows, we're going to put 580. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 560, 570, and 580. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 550, 560, 570, 580. I just don't think that it's fair. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, like I said, it's just so antiquated. And it's like, come on, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm going to see what happens. This is going to go under home expenses. This is probably going to be my last cash, maybe my last or my second to last cash stuffing before I deplete this in my general savings, in order to get our cashier's check for what we're paying for our windows. So this was out of the 814 check. And we're adding, so I'm just writing that down. And then we're adding 580. So we had 1430 in there, and we need to add 580. That's 2010 now. That's pretty good. All right, so let's see. This is the smallest that I'm gonna have, okay. Let's make sure we have 2010. So we have 1, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 750, 1,800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 210. So $2,010. Wait. What? Oh my God. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 40, 60, 80, 19, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. 2,000? Where am I getting that I have 2010? that can't be right. So 1430 plus 580. 2010. What am I doing wrong? Guys, seriously, what am I doing wrong? Did I not take enough money? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 40, 60, 80, 19, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2010. Okay, did I do that like 3 times in a row the same way and it still wasn't sinking in? I'm losing it. I'm absolutely losing it. All right, so 2010, that's pretty good. So yeah, anyway, so I was kind of bummed and I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be a wait and see type of deal. If I could do 2 to 3 days remote and the other days in the office. And when I say that, like, I'm not somebody who's going to be like, I want Friday, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it would be nice, don't get me wrong, you know, not to have to get up and be at work at 7 a.m. on a Friday, but I'm still going to have to be at work at 7 a.m. here. Do you know what I mean? So what's the difference? Except I'm not going to have to drive. And if you know anything about the Northeast and what it is to drive in the weather that we have here, you'll know that that is a welcome change. So that would be great. All right, so we're done with this, and now we're gonna stuff our holidays, and then we're done. Whew, okay, holiday binder. I need to add some things to this. So, and I need to do it pretty soon. So we have Black Friday weekend that we're adding to, and then we also have Christmas Club. So both of those, $125 for Christmas and $75 for Black Friday weekend. So we have $125. This is gonna be for Christmas. So I'm gonna take that out of here and add that. And as soon as I'm done paying with Windows, I can't wait to start bulking this up for the holidays. All right, plus 125. And I had 350, so that's 450, 475. Let's make sure that's what we have. All right. Do any of you go away for the holidays? Like, does anybody skip town and you're just like, see ya? Like, not necessarily alone, or you could be alone, but maybe just with like your immediate family, or you take the grandparents, like your parents, your kids, or do you just go away with your husband, spouse, significant other, whatever? I mean, hold on. 475. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 350, 4, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75. So one of my friends, that's kind of her plan this year. She broke up with the person she was seeing, and she doesn't have kids. And she's like, you know, I could, you know, go with my sisters and, you know, do that, you know, whatever. She's like, or I can take a cruise. And I was like, really? Like, that sounds so, like, out of the ordinary, but also brave to me. Like, traveling alone, I think, is brave. And we have 75 for Black Friday weekend. Traveling alone is brave, I think, as a woman. Now, I'm not going to say, like, it's unheard of, but I think it takes a certain amount of, you know, bravery. But that's just because I probably haven't traveled alone. You know what I mean? I mean, I flew alone before, but I was always like, you know, going to a destination with somebody that, you know, I was going to visit or whatever the case. But traveling alone, just, you know, total autonomy, I think that takes a certain amount of bravery. So we should have 375 in here. Let's see, 100, 200, 253, 350, really? 375, 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 375. I don't know, for whatever reason, I can't count, I can't do math. There's all kind of issues with me. But anyways, but on the flip side, I'm like, you know what, good for her. Like, she's not going to sit home and feel sorry for herself and, you know, like whatever, let things pass by and have kind of like a somber holiday. And from what I understand, there's quite a few people, I mean, not that I know personally, but there's quite a few people who do travel during the holidays. And not necessarily travel like from point A to point B to be with more family, but just like make a vacation out of it. And I can't imagine. I mean, that's one way to do it, you know? And I was thinking about it and I was like, geez, that doesn't sound entirely crazy. It sounds, you know, premeditated and a good way to spend your time if you're going to be off anyway. So, FYI, I've never been on a cruise, so we're done here. So the only thing I need to come back to is the 1 through 100 savings challenge and my $2 bill collection. But yeah, I've never been on a cruise. I don't know if I want to go on one. Okay, so here's the deal. I do want to go on one so bad, but I'm kind of afraid to. I don't know what it is just about the open water and, you know, whatever. It's just very intimidating to me. So I'm not sure that that's my deal. You know, if that's like something I really want to do. But it sounds great. I don't know. I kind of want to do it, but we'll see. Maybe one day. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for chatting with me. I hope you enjoyed this cash stuffing video, and I'll be back very soon with more videos, more things to show you guys and share with you, because we're going to be getting into September, and hopefully we're going to plan that together. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.